I like that. Let's start on that note. It's a beautiful day. Well done. So, y'all, I know most of you are in Supta Baddha Konasana over your blocks. Today, you're going to make sure that you've got 2 core blocks, a bolster, a blanket, a strap, and my sweep. Take your mat right against the wall and try and line your mat up so that this line divides the center of your mat. And that gives you a lot of feedback. Once you start to exercise that power of observation, and you can start to see how maybe a hand or a foot might be further out. So you want to start to become aware of those imbalances, because that's probably what started to aggravate the lower back. And we will do something for the lower back in this. So let me just demonstrate here. Oh, I do need to get a bolster myself, excuse me. Most of us would be starting right now in Supta Baddha Konasana, but y'all, we are going to start today in Baddha Konasana against the wall, because we spend far too much time just sort of relaxing and drifting off into La La Land. So we're going to put you to work right away today, and take your bolster and bring it right to the wall, that girl. Now, if you're super, super tight, you might need to take that bolster a little bit further away from the wall and use additional height by adding a blanket. If you have sensitive feet, take that blanket and place it so that the outsides of the feet have a little bit of cushion. I'm a little rugged, so I don't need the cushion. Good. So we're taking the feet together into Baddha Konasana. Sometimes people call it the butterfly. And notice how I'm scooching those heels as close as I can get them. And then the next effort of the day, nicely done by the way, is to get that sacrum as close to the wall as you can. So Linda, you're sitting on top of the bolster, my dear.
I know, I'm just not there yet.
Okay. And we are doing this a few times. So you see how I bend as far forward as I can to get that sacrum against the wall. You got it. Yes. Scooching those feet as close as you can get them so that you can feel actively that sacrum to the wall. Let's take the shoulders to the wall and just start for a few moments. Let's take the hands up. We have our happy ropes here, so walk your arms up so that the arms are straight. Get your shoulder blades so they're actively pressing into the wall. See if you can press your sacrum into the wall now. So that's the work. The first word of the day is to actively press your sacrum and your shoulders back into the wall. And if you need any assistance, let me know. And we're looking ridiculously happy here. Pressing through the outsides of the feet. See if you can spread the toes wide. If at any time you have any issues with your lower back, honey, just lift your knees up and just come either into a child's pose or onto your back and draw your thighs into your chest, and we'll go from there. So what I was just mentioning is if there are any issues in the SI area, then we want to come out. And we're just starting here in this active position of pressing the sacrum to the wall, pressing the shoulder blades to the wall, pressing the outsides of the feet together. Fill that gap from the back outer heel along the outside of the foot into the baby toe knuckle. Spread the toes wide. So we wanted to create a little length right away through the side body from the hip to the underarm. That's the sides of the spine. Pressing actively through those outer heels. Feel that armpit chest lifting and lengthening. And let's add the breath now. See if you can continue actively pressing through your outer feet, pressing through your heels. Let's inhale together, slow and smooth. Feel the armpit chest lifting and rising on that inhale. Try to continue that sense of lifting as you follow through your exhale, slow and smooth. Feel the breath come into the lower belly area, pressing through the outsides of the feet. As you come to the end of that exhale, soften and pause, let the knees relax. Good. Nicely done. Again, slow and smooth. So feel the sides of the body get long, but feel that length come by actively pressing through your feet. And let's feel the thighs get long now. So from the top of the thigh, feel the thigh get long as you actively lengthen your thigh from the hip along the top of the thigh, out through the knees. Deep, full body breaths. See if you can keep the leg through the side body. So don't allow yourself to drop down and collapse into your ligaments and joints. See if you can keep this action of lifting up and out of your joints. Let's release the hands to the thighs. Gently turn those inner thighs out. Feel your shoulder blades pressing to the wall. And let's actively press through the center of the sacrum. Yes, press through the center of the sacrum. Feel your shoulder blades pressing into the wall. Feel your hands create that action of rolling and opening those inner thighs. So we're creating more space behind the knees. We're rolling the inner thighs out. Pressing the sacrum to the wall. Feel the armpit chest lifting through each inhale, slow and smooth. So see if you can feel that sense of gently gliding microscopically up the wall. Continue that sense of lifting as you follow through the exhale, slow and smooth. So press those feet. And as you press through the center of the sacrum, let's refine that movement now. See if you can press the right side of the sacrum into the wall. Press the right side of your sacrum into the wall. And let's take that right sits bone over to the left knee. So drag that right sits bone over to the left knee. Let's press the left side of the sacrum into the wall. So press, press, press. Shoulder blades to the wall. Press that left side of the sacrum into the wall. Press, press, press. Let's take that left sits bone over to the right knee. Left sits bone over to the right knee. Nicely done. Breathe deeply, everybody. See if you can lengthen that breath just a little. Maybe create a little sound with the breath. soften the legs, soften the binding, let those legs drop. Nicely done. Press your sacrum to the wall. Now, see if you can create that action of lifting through your right kneecap. Pull up through the right kneecap. See if you can continue that action of lifting through the kneecap and work a little higher up, joining the upper thigh. So lifting the kneecap and upper thigh. Press through that right heel. Do the same with the left. Lift through the left kneecap. Feel that kneecap lifting. Continue that action, working up through the upper thigh. Lifting the kneecap and upper thigh. Press through that left heel. Press through the right heel. Press through the left heel. Do all of the above. Feel those inner thighs roll out. Press your sacrum to the wall, looking ridiculously happy. So press through your heels. Drop your knees down. Spread your toes wide. Good. Very nicely done, everybody. One more time, pressing through your heels, reach your arms up. See if you can lengthen your spine from your hip to your underarm as you walk the arms up the wall. Shoulder blades to the wall, sacrum to the wall. Breathe deeply, full body breaths. Keep that length from the hip to the underarm. That's the length of the spine. And just release the arms. Drop those knees down one more time. Shoulders to the wall, sacrum to the wall. You can create this sense of opening through the pelvic floor. Opening. Looking ridiculously happy. Let's lift the knees. So it should be a little bit difficult to start to come out of the pose and lift the knee. So we're going to take the blanket and bring our knees onto the happy blanket. Work to the side, and step the left foot out to the left. And the height you break is up to you. Sometimes you don't even need a break. Step your left foot out. That's it. Bring to the right. So bring to the right. And I take your breath over to the right back row. Yes, just so we're all on the same side. Let's reach the left arm up and over. Press that outer left heel into the earth. And let's open that left under. Take that arm all the way over. That's it. Right over. Now you, my dear, come on up a little higher under Rick, I think. Come on up. There we go. Yes. Nicely done. Good job. We're creating that opening, pressing through that outer left heel. See if you can lift up through that left kneecap. Lift through the left kneecap. This is going to be a day of kneecaps. Press through the left heel, reach that left arm in the opposite direction. Slow, smooth, deep breaths here. Allow yourself a moment to take a deep breath. Let's inhale as we slowly come up. Reach the right arm up. Up, that's it. Lift, stretch and lift. Look up, stretch and lift. That's it. Other arm, my dear. Other arm. Yes, good. So it's harder to come over to this side, so the body went with the path of least resistance. See if you can take your right hand over to the left. Lift your belly, lift your belly. Lift your armpit chest. Lift your perineum. Take your right hand even further to the left. Breathe deeply, full body breaths. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Slowly come up. And let's change sides. So step your left foot in. Let's take a break over to the left. Step your right foot out to the right. Let's reach that right hand up and overhead. Slow, smooth inhale. Breathe in, everybody. Full body breath. Press through that outer heel. Feel that arm and chest reach in the opposite direction, lifting through the belly. Lift through the right kneecap. Slow, smooth, deep breaths. Take your time with the breath. Inhale, reach the left arm up. And let's look up and stretch. Deep, full body stretch. That's it. So if you look up, the body follows the gaze. That's right, we need to clear our hair out so we can see where we're looking. Let's take the left hand over to the right. Exhale, go even deeper as you feel the body continuing that sense of lifting and lengthening through both the inhale and the exhale. Deep breaths. Take that left hand even further to the right. Oh, nice, Linda. Breathe, everybody. Try to breathe in that area where you're starting to feel the wall. Breathe into that wall of tension and softly let that tension go. So we're participating in that letting go, especially through the exhale. Inhale, we come up. Nicely done, everybody. Just move your blanket off to the side for a moment. Take your hands forward, spread your fingers wide. So in table position, draw the shoulders down away from the ears and roll the creases of the inner elbows forward. Sit bones are lifting. Tuck the toes in and under. Downward dog. So take a moment here and look at your hands and feet. Let's all lift the heels as high as we can get them. Turn those toes slightly in. Drop your shoulders down away from the ears. So let the head hang. Arms straight. Creases of the inner elbows are rolling forward. And now lift lift your kneecaps. See if you can lift your upper thighs. And then lift your hips. Without letting the hips drop down, so don't let those hips lower down. Take the heels down. So take your time here as you take the outer heels down. And lift your hips in the opposite direction. Taking the outer heels down, lift the kneecaps, lift the upper thighs. See if you can take your lower ribs towards your hips. Lift your toes off the mat. Good job, everybody. Let's walk the hands in towards the feet. And just take a moment to move your bolster off to the side. If you need your bricks, take your bricks with you. We're continuing in this forward fold. Take your legs, take your buttocks right to the wall, turn your toes in, and make sure your feet are nicely displaced in between the center of the line. So if you don't need your blocks, and you can bring your hands to the floor, by all means do so. Let's lift those kneecaps. So lift your kneecaps, slide your sit bones up the wall. See if you can take the backs of those thighs to the wall. So continuing to adjust if you need to. Lift your kneecaps, everybody. Lift those kneecaps, lift those upper thighs. See if you can slide both of your sit bones a little further up the wall. Lift your toes. And then slide your sit bones up the wall. Release the toes down. So the kneecaps and upper thighs are lifted. Breathe deeply. Just a few more moments here. Good job, everybody. Take your feet a little further apart. Heels out, toes in. See how long you can keep your heels on the ground. Walk your hands back into downward dog. So take your time here. You can see it, take a moment. Lift those kneecaps. Lift those upper thighs. Shoulders down away from the ears. Creases of the inner elbows rolling forward. Maybe you can come a little further. Lengthening your downward dog. And again, you see I'm taking a moment to check my hands, check the placement of my hands so that I don't further any imbalance. Very nice. Lift those kneecaps, lift those upper thighs. Let's drop the knees down. Knees wide, feet together. So we're taking let's take child's pose. So if you need to take a brick underneath your forehead, if your forehead does not easily come to the floor, stretch the arms long. And so, the lovely and talented Linda, let's give you some extra blankage. So for those of you who have trouble with your feet, this is a good way to address that. And what I mean by that is, if the top of the foot is very tight, child's pose is almost impossible. So we would support by allowing the feet to fall off. And then we have a nice bolster, and we can come into a supported child's pose with no mean, there's all sorts of things. There's just one example. So lovely, Linda.
I'm fine, I can go right now. It's just, I can't kind of beat on the floor. It's not right.
Take your right hand and thread it underneath the left. Turn your right ear down towards the earth. Breathe deeply. Feel the arm to chest lift and lengthen through the side body. And continue that lifting and lengthening as you follow through your exhale. Feel the breath come into the lower belly area. Soften your sits bones to your heels. Breathe deeply, everybody, full on breath. Taking a moment now to pause in between each breath. Let's take the right hand back to meet the left. And let's slide the left hand underneath. So you too, my lovely little chickadee, you my love, you would do well to have some blankage underneath your shins so that the feet, underneath your knees and shins, so the feet could fall off the back. Just give it a shot and see how it looks, see how it feels. Knees wide. So bring your knees further forward. Come on here. So we'll gently hang on the back. Back. Sit back. Just see if you can fall over there. If you can. Well, we need another bolster. This is just the example for you, sweet thing. And then number 2. Belly button. Lay over. Yeah. Let go. Now turn your cheek to one side. Turn your head. That's it. Now start to let go. Yes. Can you feel support now? It's better, isn't it? Yeah. Let it go. So we'll do that some more next time. Just taking a few more breaths. Slow, smooth breath as you start to come out. Good. And now, so you love it now, right? Yeah. Exactly. It's a little bit better. So we could get even better with it, just so you know, don't move. Now push your bum into seat. It gets even better, doesn't it? Yeah. So, Miss Jen, you're looking right. So this is what you need to do for your girl here. She resists, but you see how I insisted? And see how happy she is? She could stay there for half an hour, couldn't you? Yeah, there we go, nicely done. Yes, see? That's it, I know. Okay, super, I'm so happy. All right, so that's all come down now, and we're going to come into the Happy Dandasana pose. Most of you need to sit on a blanket. The idea is that you want the lower back to be concave, okay? And just to start, then you don't need to worry about this, but the rest of us are taking our strap just around our feet, and take your bolster on top of your thighs. You can do the thigh part, that's it. And just straighten your legs. So tight, tight, tight. The strap needs to be tight. That's it. Atta girl. Okay, good now. Good now. Now straighten your legs. Flex your feet. So push out through your heels. heels. Yes. Good. Everybody, lengthen and make those legs longer and longer. So reach through your heels. And my dear, if you wanted to sit on a second blanket, a little more elevation might make you a little bit more open to the world. Yeah. Good. So feel those thighs lifting. Feel those kneecaps lifting as you make those legs longer and longer. Lengthen those legs, and spread those toes, and break the strap. Break the strap. That's enough. Now just focus now. Reach and reach through your heels. Push through your heels. That's it. Lift your belly, lift the armpit chest. Looking ridiculously happy back there. Very nicely done. Push and make those legs longer. Lift through your kneecaps. See if you can spread those toes as wide as you can. Imagine trying to draw that fourth toe towards you. So the toe beside the pinky toe, draw towards you. Lift your belly, armpit, chest. Good job. So Linda, you feeling your thighs?
No way.
Okay, good. So we're done. Let's take the strap and the bolster off. So we're continuing here. Don't get too excited. It's not over yet. So we're starting to yawn. Good job. Fold forward into Paschimottanasana. See if you can grab your feet. And if you can't grab your feet, take a happy strap around your feet. 2 hands. That's it. Nicely done. Walk your hands down the strap. Go, go, go. So you sweet thing would have stayed on the blankets. So just pop your butt up on the blanket, like so.
Just 1 blanket.
2 blankets, 1, doesn't matter. But the higher the better, especially if you're like this, right? We want a little elevation. Nicely done. Doesn't that feel already better? You are a very good student.
She has fabulous toes.
She has fabulous toes. Okay. All right, everybody. So we're in Paschimottanasana. Stretch and make those legs long. Make those legs long. Lifting through the kneecaps, lifting through the upper thighs. Good job. Let's take the hands to the outsides of the feet. You're just going to stay there. If you can't, let's point the feet. Point the feet. Point the feet. Lift through your kneecaps. So you see the ballet students do this? And then flex the feet. Nicely done. You can spread the toes. You can see how this toe, this foot is not cooperating as much. We just do what we can. Point the toes. Flex the feet and release. So we're sitting tall here. Look at that right kneecap and tell that right kneecap to pull and lift up, lifting through the right kneecap. So flex your feet, flex your feet, flex your feet. Reach through your heels, back and row. And for some reason, I can see you're hypermobile a little bit.
Yeah.
So sometimes taking a blanket right underneath the backs of the thighs just before the knee starts can help to create a little resistance so you can lift the kneecaps up and press the backs of the thighs down without going into the back of those ligaments. So just just focus on lifting that right kneecap up. You can see how I'm stroking my happy knee to try and help. Loving my kneecap. Good. Let's lift the left kneecap up. Lift the left kneecap up. So I'm giving that left kneecap a little love, a little direction. And the more I do this, and you can see I'm continuing that action and pulling the upper thigh. So lifting through both kneecaps, lifting through both thighs. Nicely done. That's without leaning back, lift the right leg up. That's it, without leaning back. Very nicely done. Oh. Release. So you can see I cheated a little bit. I definitely lean back. So lift and lengthen. Lift the left kneecap, lift the left leg. Nicely done. Nicely done. Lift that left leg. Release, lift the right leg. Release, lift the left leg. Right, left, don't lean back, right, left. Very nice. Bend your right leg. Let's take the right leg out to the side. And slide your hands down towards that left foot. Think about pointing that right knee. Think about lifting through that right kneecap. And let's reach and make that left leg longer and longer as we lift through the left kneecap. Lift through the left kneecap. Spread through the back of that left thigh. So where the crease of the leg and the buttocks meet, widen that crease from the inner to the outer thigh. Widen the back of that left leg. Widen that left thigh and then press that left thigh down into the earth. Make that left leg longer and longer. Let's take the right hand and slide it to the outer left foot and see if you can reach that right hand past that left foot. Go, go, go. That's it. Stretch that right arm past the left leg. Lifting through the left kneecap. Lifting through the left thigh. Try to make your left leg longer now to reach the hand. Good job. Let's release. Take the right foot up. Let's reach the right arm up. That's it. And let's come all the way forward. Good job. See if you can draw that right knee into the chest, press through that right foot. So this is a challenging pose for a lot of us. That's the truth, you know. Whether you are an easy binder or a hard binder, feel free if you want to start to look for that bind, you can take that arm back or not. But make that left leg longer and longer, lifting through that left kneecap. So no matter where you are, enjoy yourself. Breathe deeply, full body rest. Wait till you see what's coming next. It's so much fun. Good. Nicely done. Slowly release. Let's straighten the right leg. Let's take the hands to the feet. Thank God we only have two sides, right? So bend your left knee. Let's open the left knee out to the side. Think about pointing that left knee. If for any reason you have tension and pain in the knee, trying to create that opening, you can see all sorts of ways of doing that with the hand or the strap. And then slide the hands forward, lift through that right kneecap, lift through that right thigh, make that right leg long. Inhale, feel the armpit chest lift and lengthen. Feel the exhale, lift and lengthen even further. So press down to that right thigh. Spread to the back of the right thigh from the inner to the outer leg. Now let's take that left hand and reach it to the outer left foot. Slide that left arm, keep reaching it further and further away. I know, it's harder than it looks, right? I know it. Believe me, the word stretch used to terrify me. But it's the ticket, because the more we stretch, the more we're uniting the body. So we're not depending on fewer things to do our physicalities. We want to use the whole body in unison. Stretch that left arm, and now make that right leg. See if you can make it longer and longer so it can catch up with the left hand. If your hand is past the left. That's it. Looking ridiculously happy. Good job, everybody. Slowly release. So you see how you're yawning? So let the yawning go. That's the central nervous system start to open and respond to all this work. Let's take the left foot to the floor. Reach the left arm up. That's my excuse. Take your left arm forward. So lift through the right kneecap and stretch. You want to go like so, you can. This is the beginning part. That's it. Lift through that right kneecap. Make that right leg long. Push through the heel. That's it. And again, if you want to bind, feel free. Allow your breath to create that movement. Inside, feel the armpit chest lift up and lengthen. And go even further by lifting through the collarbone area on your exhale. Breathe. Enjoy the breath. Slowly release. Again, straighten the left leg to meet the right. So here's where we're going with this pose. Take your middle and index finger to the big toes. If this is out of the question, my sweet, take your strap around the left foot. And keep that left arm straight. Take your middle and index finger to your right foot. So you can start by bending your knee. That's the chi, right? So take your right hand to your right foot and bend your right. It's tricky. Here we go. Lift the right leg. Bend the knee, take the knee back. So drop the shoulders, lift the armpit chest, try to drop that right knee in. So the bow and arrow, taking that right leg, thigh back. So the more back you get that thigh, the better. Try to draw the knee up, don't bite your lips. That's it. Take your right leg back to meet your left. So change sides. Take your strap to the right. If you can't get your hand to the foot, the arm is straight. And then we can bend that left leg if we need to. Otherwise, lift the left leg, draw the left thigh in, make that right leg longer and longer.
I don't want to rip my toe
It's
off.
a battle. So draw that left thigh back. That's it. Knee in if you can. Doesn't it feel great?
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Okay, left leg back to meet the right. Let's take our happy Take your bricks to the wall and picture those happy bricks are evenly placed to the line. Hands come right to the edge of the bricks, tuck the toes in and under. Turn your toes in so the outer heels are leading as you take your outer heels down to the mat. Lift your kneecaps, lift your upper thighs, and let's break the strap. Lift the legs. Pull your legs apart, lift your kneecaps, outer heels down. That's it. So sweet thing, you should keep your bricks right to the wall because otherwise the brick might slide. Otherwise, if you were to not use a wall, you could always take your bricks like so. That's much better, good. So there's no chance that those bricks are going to come away from you. Lift your kneecaps, break the strap, everybody. Take those outer heels down. As you lift your kneecaps, lift your thighs, lift your hips up. So the moral of this story is the more you use the legs, the longer Adho Mukha Shavasana will last. The longer your downward dog will live. And we're working toward 5 minutes, right? We're working toward this pose, exploring a restful place. Beautifully done. So break the strap one more time. Lift those kneecaps, lift those upper thighs, outer heels down, creases in the inner elbows, up towards the ceiling. So those shoulders are right down, away from the ears. Beautiful. Drop your knees down. Very nice. So we're coming back to seated. And that's just open your strap a little wider so that when we come to this place here, which we are going to do, we take the strap around the outsides of the feet, so just as we were in Dandasana. So again, now you're going to sit on those 2 blankets. So elevate your buttocks if you cannot maintain that concave lower back. Don't have the strap so wide that you are unable to make the strap taut. Let's take the second prop, our happy bolster on top of the thighs. Let's lift the kneecaps. You alright? You got a cramp?
Yeah.
So I understand. What happens is you start to work from the bone. The muscles start to adhere to the bone, and it's a lot of work. It looks like it's your mother's yoga, but au contraire. Sorry, Mom. Let's make those legs long, so that's plenty, my dear. That's it. Actually, I would bypass, for you, I would bypass the bolster. I have this need, because I can see underneath your legs, I can see how hypermobile her knees are. So just bend your knees for a moment.
This is my problem.
So now tell me, is that better? Yes. So you see how I did that, Jen? So that's something you might explore because you are also very hypermobile, and I can see from back here that you don't want to be in your ligaments, you don't want to be in your joints. Anyway, I hope you're all entertained. Lifting through your kneecaps, breaking the strap, lifting your upper thighs. The happy Upavista Konasana. My favorite pose. Isn't it fun, this pose? That's right. The only way to entertain yourself is to look ridiculously happy. Because the alternative really is not a great place. So turning the corners of the mouths up, let's break that strap. Break the strap. Try to flex your feet. Yes. So we want to be in the hips. It's hard to find those hips. You can see I can untuck to create a little more space. Spread through the back of those thighs, so right where the crease of the leg and the buttocks Alright, so truly try to lengthen. Imagine fingertips reaching through your heels. Just lengthening and reaching just a little further through those heels. So fingertips through the heels. Stretch and reach those fingertips. Lengthen those legs. Are we starting to feel something happen here? Is the earth starting to move? Alright, so just take your bolster off to the side. Take your strap off. So again, if you cannot maintain some sort of curvature in your lower back, take a moment and sit on that happy blanket. So lift your right kneecap up. Lift that right kneecap up. Make that right leg longer and longer, flexing through that right foot. Let's lift through the left kneecap. Lift through the left kneecap, lift through the upper thigh, make that left leg longer and longer. If you want to open your legs even wider, feel free. Good, so lifting through the kneecaps. If you can lift that right leg without leaning back. Let's release the right leg. Good job. I know. Lift the left leg. So lifting the kneecap without leaning back. Lift the left leg. Good, Allie. Good job. So she's trying to maintain using the strength. All of those side transverse muscles, they're abdominal muscles that hold the spine up into extension. She's trying to use everything. Lift leg. So just explore what it means to try and lift your legs without leaning back. Okay. Let's fold forward. Just grab that left foot for a moment. Reach through the right heel. Make that right leg longer and longer. Change sides. So take your hands to the right leg, make the left leg longer and longer, lift through your kneecaps. Make that left leg longer and longer, you guys. Okay, let's take the hands. So if you can, grab like so. You need to take the strap around the left foot, do so. The arm is straight. Just do what you can. See if you can lift the right leg and bend that knee and lift it. It's tough. So it's a different stretch, right? Left leg out to the side. Try and take that left leg out to the side. Yeah, good. Yes, even different. Nicely done. Knee in, knee in, knee in. I'm telling the knee to come in. It's not cooperating though. Alright. Let's straighten the right leg. See if you can lift that left leg and then drag it in. I need a little help. Wide leg, wide right leg. So you feel this, eh? That's it, keep going, Linda. Yay! Okay, let's straighten the left leg. And let's reach the hands as far forward as we can get them. Go, go, go. Just for fun. Alright. Take your hands to the upper thighs. Let's take the feet together into Baddha Konasana. Take your hands behind. Bring your hips as close to your heels as you can get them. So you, my dear, maybe you stay there because it's a happy place for you, isn't it? So a little elevation goes a long way. Let's press through those outer heels. Let's bring the nose up and forward, up and forward. Press those legs down. Yes. Yes. So nose up and forward, up and forward. Okay, they're going down. And you just tell the knees, drop down. Drop them down. Nose up and forward, reach, 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 reach. See if you can lift your right kneecap up. Now lift your left kneecap up. Lift both kneecaps up. Reach the nose forward. Go, go, go. Good. Let's take the hands, bringing the index finger. Guess what comes next? Oh, maybe, maybe not. Lift the kneecaps. Look ridiculously happy. Oh, good job. All right, feet together, back to Baddha Konasana. Take your hands behind. Let's bring the bolster over to the left. Now you can see the bolster is mainly behind, right? Mainly behind. The next thing is try and get the left elbow forward of the shin. And we tip right to the left. So you see how I dropped right over onto that left thigh. Keep going, you've got to really lean. Come on over, keep coming. Just let yourself fall to the left. So the left leg, my dear, it takes a few shots at it, okay? But the left thigh has to be on the ground. So you can see there's space here, I can see there's space. This is the ticket. The trick is to come right on, to roll right onto the side. And then let's take the left sit bone to the right knee. Everybody look at your right knee. Take your left sit bone to your right knee. Let's draw the right knee away from you. So I'm looking slightly up. It does help to lean your head on a chair. Is this a tough one? Are you getting something out of it?
Maybe it'll be easier the opposite side because this is my problem
Side.
side.
Hey, you know what? Do me a favor, come off your blankets. Just come forward, just scooch forward, come right off of it. Right. And then let's try again. No blankets, let it go. Bring your feet together. It's getting better. So bring the bolster a little further in front. That's it, good. And now lean, drop, yes. You got it. There, better. So you see the bolster has come over onto the, you want to have it here. Try again, it takes a few shots. So you're turning your bolster, turn it like this. Yes, turn it more in. Even more in, so it doesn't fall away from you. There we go. And lean. Nicely done. Better, it's getting better. So this took me a while to get this. I just did not allow myself to come right onto the other thigh. Now see if you can take your right sits bone to your left knee. Right sits bone to the left knee. And let's lift through the perineum. Lift through the perineum. And release that binding now wherever it is. Drop that knee down. Okay, let's come on up. So you, my love, if you feel you want to go to the wall and just bring your feet together into the throne pose, that's time well spent, okay? That would be just backtracking a little bit. So each time I can't do something, I just back up a little. No biggie, right? The body is driving, not you. The mind isn't telling the body what to do, because I can tell you at some point the body just won't do what the mind says, right? No big deal. So here we are. Let's take that happy bolster, bring the elbow forward in front, tip to the right. Let's take the right sit bone to the left knee. Right sit bone to the left knee. Take your left knee down. See if you can take your left sit bone to your right knee. And again, take your left knee down. Lift through your perineum. Try to lift through that area between the crack of the buttocks and your organ. Lift through the belly. Now, release the binding wherever that binding is. Try to let something go. Drop the knee down. Let's come on up. Good job. So I need to scooch forward. Let's all scooch forward a little bit here. And take your right leg back behind you. So scooch forward. Come to me. Plank down. Let's take the right elbow to the floor on the outer left thigh. Right elbow to the left thigh, or the left elbow to the right thigh, whichever side you're on. So if your left leg is forward, take your right elbow to your outer left thigh. If your right leg is forward, take your left elbow, that girl. So slowly start to unwind here. Take your right leg back to meet the left, so come back to the Baddha Konasana. Let's slide the left leg around. And take your left elbow to your right leg. And you, my love, your left leg is forward, your left knee is forward. And take your right elbow to your left leg. We are taking our left elbow to our right thigh. That's it. Stretch that left leg back further and further. Feel the breath, lift the arm to chest. Come on up. Let's slide the right leg back, coming onto the belly, elbows underneath the shoulders. So open your forearms. Bring your feet together, right? Chain like this. Let's go. I'm going to watch a little TV here. So try to make the forearms a little more parallel so you can stretch your fingers and drop the insides of the wrist down to draw the shoulders back. I don't know if you can see how this sort of happens. So if I press and draw the shoulder down away from the ears. Hello, lovely.
Hi.
Press through the tops of the feet. See if you can lift your kneecaps. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Let's bring the right forearm parallel to the Or grab a strap now. That is a little bit of a tedious movement, but it's okay. It's going to be very good for you. So for you, honey, you can also do this, all right? You can also just simply lift the left leg.
Oh, that's what my physical therapist is.
Yes. So you're just lifting just slightly, forehead to the floor, let it grow. Think about lengthening that left leg from behind your left buttocks, okay? So not height, length. Drop the left foot down. Nice. You got it. You feel the difference? So you're creating length again. Length to activate these muscles. That is one action to help to strengthen the lower back and prevent that SI pain. Or where we are together here, pointing that left foot, but we're just adding the upper body, right? Good job, my dear. You've done a great job. Good job. Let's release your back. Let's change sides. You're going to do the other side now, just exactly. So my dear, because I didn't really show you, you can take a blanket underneath your forehead. Just make sure that it's just here so that your eyes are free and so on. You can still breathe. And we just take that foot, point the toes, press through the left forearm. Atta girl, very nicely done. You learn quickly. So it's length, not height. We're lengthening from behind that left pelvic girdle. And for the rest of us, let's grab the second foot. Flex the feet, and you, my dear, are just repeating the same thing. Lift the thighs. Lift the back. That's it. Or press those feet into those ankles. Release, nicely done. Take your hands to your lower ribs. Let's gently press up. Tuck your toes in and under, downward dog. So look at your hands, look at your feet. Lift your kneecaps, turn your toes in. Take a moment to flush. Release your knees down. Let's come on to the back now. And just draw your thighs into your chest. You need to come up for a little air.
Come up to get down.
Let's draw the thighs. Just rock from side to side here. Release through your lower back. Release through your hips. Release your arms to the T position. Let's take the knees over to the left. Left hand on top of the right thigh. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, lift the arm to chest. And as you exhale, gaze to your right. Let the breath unfold the twist. So if you'd like to go a little further, straighten the right leg and take your big right toe knuckle. Keep your inner thighs and knees together. Let's inhale, lift the arm to chest. And if you've got the right leg extended, take your your right knee. So feel how the stability of the pelvis grows as you start to activate these little cues inside the body. If the right leg is extended long, release the right leg. Lift your knees up through center, take your knees over to the right, thighs together, point those knees, right hand to the left thigh. Inhale as you lift the chest, and as you exhale, gaze to the left. So this is an axle twist for the spine. Requires the breath to bring forward that detox where we start to let go of the impurities. As we start to let go of the tension and whatever it is we no longer need through the exhale. Feeling the release as we let go of that last bit of tension. Like to extend the left leg and take the middle and index finger to the big left toe. Do so. Keep your knees and inner thighs together. Feel the chest lift and lengthen the spine. And take your left sits bone to the right knee, lifting through that left knee. So lifting the kneecap of the left leg, left sits bone to the right knee. Make that left leg longer and longer. Take your right sits bone to your left knee. So feel how the pelvis becomes more stable. Breathe deeply, full body breaths. So if the left leg is extended long, just release the left foot, bend the knee. Let's take the left hand over to meet the right. Slide your left palm past the right to release the upper thoracic spine. And let's now lift the knees up and extend the legs long for a moment. Reach the arms overhead as you interlace the palms, taking a supine mountain pose. So stretch and feel the length through the side body. Feel the length through the front and back body. Good job. And let's now take the bolster, placing it underneath the back of the thighs, bringing the bolster right to the buttocks. Release the thighs onto the bolster. Take a moment and tuck your shoulder blades in and under, and just allow a moment now for Shavasana. Let yourself go. Allow yourself to completely surrender now to this final pose. Draw the knees to the chest. And roll up to the right. Use your left hand to press you up. And let's come onto the bolster now. Your shoulders on top of your hips. You can let the thighs drop. Let your eyes drop back and down. Feel the armpit chest lifting. Feel the side body lengthening. And take your hands to prayer.